Hello, my name's Jess and welcome to Our World, where we talk about business in our world. Today we will be discussing the impact of globalization and international trade. Well, without further ado, let's get into it. So what exactly is globalization? According to the dictionary, globalization is the process by which businesses or other organizations develop international influence or start operating on an international scale. This results in the movement towards the expansion of economic and social ties between countries through the spread of corporate institutions and the capitalist philosophy that leads to the shrinking of the world in economic terms. Now let's break that down. We know that a business is an organization that produces or sells goods or services to satisfy the needs and wants of consumers. We also know that an international business is a business that does transactions, whether that's selling, buying, trading, or any type of interaction with other countries. So when you take that business and you put it out into the world, you get globalization. Here's a little diagram of the 4 factors that I will be discussing. Firstly, technology. Globalization has amplified the spread of technology across borders in many ways. Firstly, globalization allows countries to gain easier and faster access to foreign knowledge. It no longer takes days or even weeks for a message to be received. Second, it enhances international competition since businesses are more aware of what their competitors are doing. Globalization has allowed individuals to open up their eyes and learn more about a variety of different cultures. On the contrary, it has created a loss of individualism and cultural diversity. This is mainly due to the spread of multinational corporations and the influence they have on prompting a consumer culture. Thirdly, the environment. Globalization has led to an increase in the consumption of products, which has impacted the ecological cycle. Increased consumption leads to an increase in the production of goods, which in turn puts stress on the environment. Globalization has also led to an increase in the transportation of raw materials and food from one place to another. Earlier, people used to consume locally grown food, but with globalization, people consume products that have been developed in foreign countries. Both the increase in production and transportation have led to an increase in the pollution levels in the environment. Lastly, let's talk about trade. Trade and even global trade have been taking place for hundreds of years. But with the increase in globalization, there has been a significant increase in global trade. There are many advantages, but also disadvantages to global trade. Let's talk about them. Let's start with the advantages. Global trade would allow for an increased consumer choice of products. Companies have greater potential for growth. There are more employment opportunities since the market is expanding. Increase in wealth for many countries since many of these products will be produced in third world countries. It eliminates surplus of inventories for a specific country. It attracts foreign investments, and lastly, the more competition there is, the better the quality and lower the prices will be. It is important to note that without globalization, we would not have access to global trade and therefore all of these advantages. But of course, there are some disadvantages that come along with all of these great things. Now, there's only one big question left to answer. How do international trade and globalization affect people like me? Globalization and international trade play a huge role in my everyday life. From the things I wear, to the food I eat, to the way I move around, to the way I communicate. My life would be truly different without it. On a daily basis, I eat a lot of fruit, most of which I know cannot be grown in Canada. For example, today I ate oranges and grapefruit, which came from the southern United States. I also enjoy going out to fast food chains such as Starbucks, Chipotle, and Tim Hortons. Although Tim Hortons was founded in Canada, they are now owned by an American company, and they also get most of their supplies, including their coffee, from outside of Canada. Without international trade, I would be forced to eat only locally grown products due to expiration dates and transportation. As well, my diet would be very different since in the winter, many foods cannot be grown in Canada's harsh climate. Without international trade, the clothes I wear would be quite different. I buy most of my clothes from American brands such as Urban Outfitters, Forever 21, and Aritzia. Many of their products are manufactured in countries such as Vietnam and China, but are designed in America. Another aspect of my life that would be quite different is the technology that I use. Most of the products that I use are Apple, which is once again an American brand, but are manufactured elsewhere. I personally don't even know of any Canadian technology brands, so without globalization, I'm not sure where I would even be able to buy these products from. I believe that two things that I personally benefit from the most due to global trade are the fact that it creates more job opportunities due to the expansion of the market, and it decreases the price of products. This is due to the fact that there is more competition, which results in better quality goods for lower prices. Another aspect of globalization that I greatly benefit from is communication. I have friends all over the world, and globalization truly does make the world a smaller place. With just a few clicks on a screen, I am able to talk to people thousands of kilometers away from me. It also allows me to learn more about different cultures and the places I dream of visiting. Lastly, as a student, I greatly benefit from globalization due to international education. During one of my years at university, I hope to study abroad for a semester. This will help me become more mobile and search for global experiences and job opportunities overseas.